The first few years that I lived in LA, it was just all about trying to figure out what I wanted to do in life, and I didn't have much of a direction. And this kind of came along, and it was like, you know, meeting the love of your life. For me, I had to start at the beginning to gain an understanding of what this is that I'm doing. This book right here, How to Paint Like the Old Masters, that was essentially what taught me how to paint. That's what I was looking at when I was step by step trying to follow, and that's how I painted that painting. You know, I think as a figurative painter or a portrait painter, what you're trying to do is capture the essence of someone, not just capture their likeness. It's like a battle every time I paint because I'm trying to defeat the medium. You know, it's me versus the image that I have in my head. I don't know if I'll ever get closer to representing classical painting, at least the way the Venetian painters did it, than this painting. You know, my first few years here, as I said, it was a lot of just kind of wondering and guessing and trying to figure out what life was supposed to be. A lot of ramen and peanut butter sandwiches. Eventually, through a strange turn of events, I got hired at Urban Outfitters. And I ended up meeting my friend David, who got hired there shortly after I did. And it was interesting because he kind of brought me into his world, his community. And so I owe a lot actually to Urban because it introed me to a lot of these cool creative people. After doing a little bit of kind of messing around as a hobby, someone approached me about buying a piece, and you know, I was kind of flabbergasted that he offered me basically my rent for the month for the painting. The prospect of making money and making a career out of it had been foreign to me up until that point. But I've always wanted to be my own boss and work for myself, and just this kind of like love that I found caters to that perfectly, and it just made sense.